And today we're going to talk about the times where you really want to give up, where you think you weren't really meant to sow, you don't believe in yourself. And I'm really thinking this is meant for those of you who are just starting out. However, I've been sewing for over 50 years, and I know, although I don't believe that anymore, but there are times where I run into situations where I'm like, oh God, really? But I really want to help those of you who are starting out. Because I've been seeing a lot of posts lately where not everyone, but there's quite a few of you that get really discouraged. And it's really a shame because the ones that should be watching this have already given up. But I want to give you kudos if you're watching this right now. There are two kinds of mindset. One is called a fixed mindset and one's a growth mindset. And most of us were raised in a culture of a fixed mindset. We believe that we are only raised to know so much and we don't want to change, and our mind can only learn so much, and that's it. Old dogs can't learn new tricks, right? And a lot of you are looking at me like, she's an old dog. She's old. We don't want to listen to her. And to be honest, I didn't want to start a YouTube channel. I'm thinking, who wants to watch an old lady? I'm 65. No one's going to watch my YouTube channel. Again, a fixed mindset, right? I was so afraid, but I knew that I wanted to help. I wanted to help people. I knew that there was so much that I had to share. And I spoke to a young woman. Her name is Lisa Bilyeu. She has a YouTube channel called Women of Impact. I think I'll put a little blurb in here when I spoke with her. Her husband, he's my mentor. They're both my mentors. He has Impact Theory, and I do a lot of coaching for him. He has over 2 million followers. And both of them had encouraged me to do what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for that encouragement. So I feel like I'm taking a risk even talking about this material, but it is huge. Our narrative, what we tell ourselves, is huge on how we pursue our goals, how we go forward in sewing. Every one of you are learners. That's why we're doing what we're doing. You overcome each obstacle by learning. So when we make mistakes, we could either give up or we could crawl over that wall. We are learners. We are not here to be right, to be perfect. So if you approach it and you attach your self-esteem and your sense of self to being a learner, instead of thinking I'm here to be right, or this bag has to be perfect, or I have to be better than someone else, I have to correct people and tell them this is the way to think. If you come at things with, this is giving me data and information to continue learning, then you can continue on. So what if you make 5 bags in a row that are messed up? What you do, instead of beating yourself up for making mistakes, you figure out, okay, what can I learn from it? What can I learn from this so that I can improve? Because I'm a learner. I'm not here to be right or perfect. I'm here to learn, right? And there's another thing that I've learned is, if we go alone, we can go fast. But if we go together as a group, we can go much further. So what you do is, and this is why I think our sewing groups are so great, you reach out. There's people like me. There's so many experienced people that probably have better experience than I do even. You reach out and you ask for help. You say, this is what my problem is. And so many people are able to jump in and help you overcome whatever the problem is. Find the solution. Being the learner. That's what you attach your self-esteem to. That's what you attach everything to, is not being perfect, is not being right, but gathering information so that you can learn more. There's a woman that I read her book. She's the founder of It Cosmetics. Her name is Jamie Lima Kerner. Well, Jamie Lena Kerner. Jamie Lima Kern. Ah! It's a great book. The book is called Believe It. She's hugely inspirational. I think she's been in a lot of YouTube interviews. I highly recommend the book. If you have Audible, even listening to it on Audible is really good. There's many women like her. I think it took her 10 years to finally have a successful company. I believe she sold it for $1 billion. The point is, when you hear about successful female entrepreneurs or successful entrepreneurs, they didn't go from nothing to super successful. They failed over and over and over again. And the failures taught them lessons. That's how they learned. It's failing. You want to fail because that's where you learn. That's how you, oh, okay, we did that. Now how do I get to the next level? It's failing is where you get where you need to go. You don't just automatically succeed. You don't make a couple bags and they're beautiful. You fail over and over and over again. And so this is why many of you say, oh, you know, I don't really make whole bags. I may do that someday, but this is why I teach techniques. Recessed zippers are going to be in every bag. All of my interior bags are the same. I do zipper overlays. I do slip pockets. The techniques are going to be repeated in most every bag. I don't know if I have the book available. Hang on, I do. I have it right here. This book here, Bag Design, it's got patterns inside that, let me see if I can show you. Here we go. This will show you in a book like this, a tote bag. It's got basically every pattern for bags that exists. And it's the concept of there is only so many bag styles and each one will be changed a little bit to be unique. So the concept is learning the techniques, and you practice those techniques over and over and over again so that you build a skill set, because skill set has utility. And then when you get a new pattern, you already know how to install every kind of zipper, every kind of pocket, every kind of gusset, every kind of piping, and you can incorporate it to any single pattern you want. So it's skill set, and skill set gives you confidence. And so then you can overcome anything, and it's true of anything in life as well. So it is skill set, and skill set gives you utility, and it begins with your belief systems about yourself and what you're capable of doing. And that starts with your narrative and believing in yourself. So that's my pep talk for today. Yeah. So reaching out to those, there's a whole group of us that mentor people. I forget which group it is, but you can reach out to me and I can give you the names of the people. But we mentor people and like do video mentoring for free. That's what we do. We're here. But it really does start with your narrative and what you're telling yourself. Be kind to yourself. You're not alone. There's so many of us that have been through this. And I know we look old on film. And I know you love following the young ones, and I think that's great. But there's those of us who are old, and we still know a lot too, and we're here to help you. I appreciate you. So I'm going to go back to my, I got some quotes here on my computer. There's no performance, only practice. And if no one tells you today, just know that I care about you, I love you all, and I wish you much success.